Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and when I mention the word kick streamer, it might as well just be synonymous with Florida man at this point, okay? Like if you go to google.com and you type in the word Florida man, you probably will find like a million different articles about like the goofiest stuff out there. But that's where the comparison stopped, because I honestly feel like for the last 2 years, 3 years, anytime I've ever talked about a kick streamer or ever mentioned one is always in like a negative light, because I've never actually seen anything of positivity on this website. But the clip I'm about to show you today actually it made me mad, so to speak, all right? Like it actually genuinely it really saddened me, to be honest with you. But consider this video kind of as a way to sort of like just make fun of somebody that I think actually deserves to be made fun of. Now I'm gonna bring up like a clip title to you, okay? And I want you to just visibly tell me, or like you tell me in the comments, how disgusting you think it is. Imagine taking a homeless woman out for a date to a restaurant and leaving her with the bill, bro! Dining and dashing, bro! Oh wait, well, you might be like, whoa, Muda, that seems evil. Muda, I don't believe anybody could do that. Bro, you haven't been using Kick then, have you? I'm sorry if I peaked the audio over here. My mixer's all weird. But this is one account, and I'm not gonna like name names over here. I'm just gonna tell you 190 people, that includes me, by the way, have seen this clip. Now, it's been going pretty viral on like, just any social media. I've seen this on like YouTube at this point. So I wanted to just show you, effectively what's going on here. This woman over here is apparently homeless, okay? Now, I haven't, verified her homelessness myself, but generally everybody discussing this clip has said that she is a homeless person, that this person is taken out on a date to this restaurant. Now, throughout the course of this dinner, and it's about like an hour long, and you can watch the whole thing if you really wanted to, they're like actually like eating a meal, like blah, 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 blah. It could have been a pretty wholesome video if you just, took somebody who was actually really down out on their luck and treated them to a dinner out of pure respect. But because this is Kick, this is what happened when the bill showed up.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, fuck. My car. I think I left my wallet in my car. Fuck. I'll be right back. Alright, hold on. My name's
So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm sure you might be wondering, whoa, Buddha, maybe he just Ubered back home to get the money and pay for... No, it didn't happen that way, okay? It just didn't play like that. Yeah, he left the homeless woman with the bill. Now, to give you an idea, I feel genuinely awful for this woman because, the level of embarrassment somebody has to go through when, like, the waiter comes by and they're like, hey, you gonna pay for that? And she, obviously doesn't have the money to rub together. I think the bill ended up being like $78. So, you're probably looking at like, what, like a $15, $20 tip, and 20 if your service has been like crazy exceptional. And, that wasn't paid for. I'm sure the homeless lady wasn't able to pay for it. And that was a level of embarrassment that probably actually added an extra damper to her already damp day. Imagine taking somebody out who's effectively at rock bottom and then treating them like this and thinking it's somehow actually good. Now, I don't really like to entirely blame the Twitch streamers. I remember when I cover people like Johnny Somali, it's usually the actual like chat that drives me insane too, because the chat, sometimes they're like, wow, that's hilarious, W, funny laugh face, and maybe there's like two people in the chat that are like, bro, don't be doing that, it's not good, that's a bad thing to be doing. Now, to give you an idea, this is an actual crime. It's called dining and dashing. So obviously, if you're in Canada, this is what the Canadian part of the criminal code says. The offense of fraudulently obtaining food, beverage, or accommodation. A person commits the offense of fraudulently obtaining food, beverage, or accommodation when they obtain food, a beverage, or an accommodation from any business that provides these things after not paying for it, okay? So yeah, basically if you order food at a steakhouse and you're like, fuck that, I'm gonna run out on my bill, yeah, that's an actual felony you're committing. So, for literal YouTube content, this actual smooth-brained dipshit fuckwad decided for maybe, I would say, 100 views on their channel, they've committed an actual felony live on the internet. Now, there might have been one point in my entire YouTube career that I would have been like, oh my god, I can't believe this guy just did a crime on the internet. But literally, I've covered plenty of people, literally as of last month even, this year, last year, who just blatantly commit crimes on the fucking internet and post it. Now, do I ever see, like, actual law enforcement getting involved into this and prosecuting these people? You know, maybe in, like, a very rare exception, but generally no. And it makes me honestly, like, dislike the fact that my tax dollars go to keeping these police organizations and law enforcement agencies fucking functioning when they're not even taking care of the easiest slam dunk cases like this. So yeah, this guy commits an actual crime on like the internet, and I decided I want to go down and see this guy's like actual content. And like you can actually understand, like, this guy doesn't really survive anywhere on the internet. Like on YouTube, this guy will upload videos like escorted out of a daycare where he dresses up like a baby and you know, gets the cops to waste their time. Then he's going to like IKEA and the fucking manager, okay, the goddamn Costco guy has to come out and say, bro, can you stop being a degenerate? Please, for the love of God, this is my store, please. And yeah, the whole content is just basically making prank videos, which in the year 2024 is kind of like a losing battle. Like, bro, nobody's been watching like prank videos since the days of Vitali. You know, way back, like old old FouseyTube, SoFlo Antonio. Since those days, nobody has really been watching any of these prank videos. But yeah, to go back to this whole situation with this clip, one of the reasons why like this just really drives me up the ass with like a lot of these streamers and like these, I guess, influencers, which again, like if you're an influencer with like, you know, I hate to be using that term so broadly, okay? Because some of these people are literally not viewed by anyone, which is one of the reasons why I don't provide, you know, some usernames for these people, because, you know, that's all they really want when a clip goes viral. You know, they want their name to be shared and like brought up to people around. So it's not really worth ever crediting them or ever really like, you know, boosting up their own metrics. That's all what they're looking for. The reason why it's worth talking about is just constantly shaming these people, because at least in that case, you can normalize their behavior as being objectively shitty. Now, you don't really need to have a video to normalize why walking out on a homeless woman and leaving her with the bill at a restaurant is a bad moral thing to do. Nobody needs to remind you of that. It's just fucking shitty to do. Now, what's really wild about it is like this clip is like viral, right? But it easily could have been, in my personal opinion, maybe like 10 times as viral as like a wholesome clip on the internet, had this person just decided to take a homeless person out and like actually treat them to a dinner and give them some level of respect. I really feel like that would have been worth like actually having a smile. That would have really put a fucking solid smile over onto my face. But because this guy wanted to basically make a viral clip out of, again, making a complete ass of himself, he ineffectively committed a crime on the internet, which, again, he posted it all over, and he, you know, unfortunately involved a person incredibly down on their luck. There's not much lower than you can go than not having a roof over your head. People really take it for granted when they can sleep in their own fucking bed at night, but there's a lot of people that don't have that luxury. They gotta live life like it's fucking Escape from Tarkov every day, okay? They gotta live life outside on the streets and try to survive every single day the best that they can. And then, of course, then you got to deal with actual IRL streamers like this who probably make a good chunk of money. I wouldn't say this guy's making a good chunk of money. I'm sure this guy probably clears $25 on a good day with how successful the streams have been going. But even in that situation, okay, involving somebody who literally does not have a roof over their head into this situation is just a terrible sign. And like I said, it would have been a great clip had he just decided to find somebody who was literally out on the street, you know, fighting for food every day, trying to just survive, and decided, you know what, I'm going to take this one evening and just give you a decent night. I'm going to give you a decent meal. We'll have a decent chat, treated you like a human being, like people should do to each other. And that would have been a clip that could have gone even more viral. And it would have been the first time I would have actually made a title that said Kick Streamer does something objectively great. But then again, I feel like to go onto a site like Kick anyways, where you typically only exist because you've been kicked off from all the other mainstream platforms, the kind of people that end up on these websites are probably not the best of the best you want to bring. So that's, again, one of the contributing factors. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, I see a clip like this and it's just like, man, what an actual piece of human garbage. Like, unironically, if you were this kid's parents, if I was this guy's parents, I would probably choose to, like, go back in time, invent time travel, and, like, cut my fucking dick off just so I couldn't reproduce this piece of shit or cancer into the entire world. That would be the only thing going through my head. But to be fair, okay, with kids as brain dead and shitty as this, I doubt the parents are much better either. Like, again, it's just an objectively terrible thing to do. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, bad stuff is all around us on the internet. And if you're one of those people that thinks, maybe for some content and virality, should I commit a crime on the internet? Probably not a good idea. But if you are going to at least commit a crime, not that I'm saying you should, please stop picking on the goddamn homeless for it. You know, if it's anything that I want out of this, I at least hope the lady involved in this didn't have to go through a super embarrassing time. I'm sure, I hope that the actual management of that place decided to jump in and, like, take care of the situation and understand this was, like, a really bad... I hope this guy faces some charges out of this. Not that I think he will, just because, like I said, the law enforcement system's pretty fucking, like, lucid when it comes to these people. But, yeah, ultimately... I would say I hope this kid learns and grows up, but given the fact that he's a kick streamer that I assume, you know, even in your mid-20s, and people are going to say that's young, this guy will probably discover empathy when he gets... I did not have to hit the age of 30 to know that taking a homeless woman out on a date and dining and dashing was a bad thing, okay? This guy's just an objectively shitty person, and I hope ultimately he pays the consequences for it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, anyways, I'm out. I'm gonna go get a palate cleanser. I'm gonna go play some zombies.